It's Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. It's Westwood Wednesday. Clint Westwood coming to you live. Well, not live. I need to go live on YouTube. Maybe I should try that today. I just worry about, the connection. If I'm at home, it's probably easier because I'm on the good Wi-Fi, but when I'm out on the cell towers, I don't know how it's going to go. Might get like Max Headroom. Like Max Headroom. That's what we saw yesterday. A bunch of Max Headrooms. Election day. I didn't make a video yesterday. One, because the girls were off. Didn't have to go to school. So I wasn't in the DigiByte. I thought about making a lot of videos yesterday. There were quite a few things went on yesterday on election day and in the crypto market. Holy cow. You talk about this blood moon, red eclipse moon, blood red moon eclipse, lunar eclipse. Might be something to it. A lot of things went on yesterday. Where do I start? I'm sure everybody's in a great mood today because of the elections and how concise and legitimate they were. Well, the thing is, we don't know who's won at this point. We don't know which side of the Hydra, which head of the Hydra is going to take over the Congress. It's up in the air. We need to vote. Get the vote in. Get the counts in. It just seems like, why does it take so long? We live in a digital age where things can be done like that. Why does it take so long to count the vote? Why have we not come up with a better way? I don't know what the solution is. I know that you can log into your bank account and you can move money around. Why can't you log into a service, some sort of election, this platform, whatever it is, and where you see your vote counted? You see it tabulated in real time. I don't know. You can vote on Twitter, and I guess it's the integrity of the platform that matters, who's doing it. They'll outsource it to a third party, just like they did the electronic voting machines, and, things will happen. But there's got to be a way to do it, and if it's blockchain-based, I don't know. You know what we should do? We need an implant. We need some sort of barcode or identifier that, when you're born, you go ahead and put that in you. And then that way your whole life, kind of like a social security number. You get your social security number at birth. You ever ask yourself, well, where does that come from? And how does that happen? And why is it so urgent that the nurse is like, we got to get the name. What's the name? What's the name? We need to file this. And then all of a sudden, you get a social security card that shows up. So anyway, you're participating in the system. You're getting railroaded into the system, and you're volunteering into the registration, into the system, into the matrix, into the corporation when you're born, and you don't even realize it. But why don't we just do an implant or like I said, some sort of barcode, unique identifier right when you're born? Then you'll have that your whole life, and then you can vote, and you're automatically signed up for selective service. Everything just works. Then you can go to war. 21, you come through, beep, oh, yep, you're good. You don't even need to have the wristband anymore when you go out to the bar. It's all taken care of. It's all good. You can probably, at some point say, hey, I want to add my retina scan to it so that, it's much easier to read and identify you rather than having to swipe your barcode or whatever it is onto the scanner. There's a lot of better ways to make things efficient. And that way we can have secure elections and it can get counted in real time. See, it'll all work out because we have a problem now and people are going to react because it's like, what's wrong with the vote? Why does it take so long? I want to know. And then they'll have a solution. And there's your solution. One of them anyway. Well, anyway, being sarcastic, of course, but why is it that we can't get the vote counted in real time? Well, there's paper ballots. You log into a system. All the kids now at school, they take their tests pretty much online. It's all digital. All gets graded, so you don't have to have a hand grading. I'm a former teacher, but you have to go through and hand grade everything. Now it's all done by computer. So everything's done digitally. Everything's working digitally. Everything's done in real time for the most part. Why can't our elections be done in real time? Just a thought. But now we're going to be waiting. They're going to drag us out emotionally. They're going to continue to string us along a little bit because we don't know who our masters are right now. We don't know who the controllers are right now. It's in limbo. There could be a red controller, it could be a blue controller. We just don't know yet. And you're just going to have to wait until we figure that out. So I say to you, carry on. Just continue doing. See, this is why it doesn't matter. So right now, somebody on Twitter, Carl's Creek, had posted, he's got a YouTube channel too, had posted, what if no one shows up to vote? I think that was his comment, something. Now this is funny, Paulie P will appreciate this. There's a treadmill in the driveway, you know, those big treadmills, and it's got a free sign on it. I should go hang my jacket on it, or a coat. Shout out to Paulie P and Charlie G. They both know what I'm talking about. Treadmills, sitting in the driveway with a free sign on it. Yeah, where's your value, folks? But as far as the election is concerned, I mean, if none of us voted, what would happen? Because we're not giving authority at that point. We're not giving energy to the vampire system at that point. What would happen if we just didn't vote? What would happen? I mean, what do you do as a leader at that point when you're not elected? Because you're not elected at that point. Nobody's voted for you. Nobody's voted for your opponent, so you're kind of in limbo. What happens? I mean, it's just something to think about and play out. What would happen? I mean, to just shut down? I mean, people just stay in power doing what they're doing illegitimately? I mean, you know, what happens at that point? So it folds into a bigger issue of where does the power come from? From where is the power derived? It's from the people. And if the people are not getting their votes out, counted correctly, whatever, I don't even know. You know, different things went on yesterday. Hard to say. There's going to be all kinds of disputes, I'm sure, going forward. But if you don't have confidence that your vote's going to get counted, it's just a super mega millions lottery, whatever that was, Powerball, to where we can't draw the balls. We can't drop the balls because one of the states effed up. Yeah, so they, Powerball doesn't get drawn. $2 billion doesn't get drawn for. People are ticked off, rightfully so. And you start questioning the integrity of certain things, and it's just, And immediately our response, a lot of people's response is, it's a fraud. It's rigged. Because I think innately, that's why I always say trust yourself, innately, we kind of know that. We kind of know things are rigged. You got a lot of people saying things are rigged. What's my neighbor got over here? Well, what is this? I gotta see this. Oh, my neighbor's, I don't know what he's doing. He's got some big rig over there doing stuff. What is Mitch doing? Oh boy, spending some money, it looks like. Anyway, the elections, yeah, I mean, most of our society, and I'm just rambling, I'm going to settle this down. I actually might shut this off and go live, but I want to finish up the thought with the elections. We're going to be held in limbo for who knows how long. We're going to be told that we can't figure out the vote, and all of that introduces opportunities. The longer it goes, it introduces, whether or not there's any fraud, it introduces opportunities for people to think there's fraud. And it's just not a clean way to do things. It's like if you pay for something and then you write a check and, well, the check didn't clear and now hang on, the funds are there, but they're, and you haggle back and forth. It's like there's no resolution and you start losing confidence in the deal. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the elections. I mean, it used to be we could make a decision. Why is it now that, after the year 2000 in that election that, every election we got to wait. Yeah, it's disputed. No, I'm not sure. And it's a lot of lack of confidence for people who vote. When it drags out like this, we want resolution. We want to make sure that we get immediate feedback. And I think there are ways to do that. We're just not doing it. So as we're played out here a little bit longer, our lives are strung out because we don't know what the future holds. And people panic and people argue, and as that happens, I would suggest just step back and ask yourself, how do these things really affect you on a daily basis? And what can you do to make them not affect you on a daily basis? How do you get out of that system? How do you not participate in that system? How do you not have to participate in that system? And find ways out. I call it a vampire casino because it is a vampire casino. They have set the rules in place and they control the money. You got to figure out a way to exit that vampire casino. I would suggest looking at some silver, real silver, physical silver that you can hold in your possession, and Litecoin, sound money for the digital age. A network you can trust that's been running over 11 years, validating transactions. You can hold it in your own possession. That's what my next video is going to be about. It's going to be about cryptocurrency. It's going to be about Litecoin and the things that happened yesterday, FTX and all that nonsense. So anyway, trust yourself. Find those things you can hold in your own possession. Get what you need now, because who knows what's going to happen in the future, what they're going to do to you. All right? Exit the vampire casino. Trust yourselves. I hope you have it. As my voice breaks. Have a great Wednesday. Love you all. Thanks for watching.